Hello, how are you? I hope all is well, and welcome to this edition of Metal Monday. Welcome to this edition of Metal Monday, and I am Bernadette Henry, and today we're going to talk about why learning or starting a new habit in your 40s build your confidence. Okay, so really quick, if you're tuning in, just write who you are and where you're watching from, who you are and where you are watching from. This is going to be a good one today, and I hope that you gain and learn a lot from this live that we're doing. Feel free to share this out with your communities as they may benefit from this as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get Instagram started and we are going to be good to go. Hello to everyone that's there. Like I said, once again, if you are sitting here watching, please let me know who you are and where you are tuning in from. Okay, so we are going to get the Instagram going, and oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all watching today. Thank you so much. So let me just put the Instagram here, and I will see your comments throughout the duration of this live. Okay, so let me just start here. Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Bernadette Henry, and today we are here for Metal Monday. And the title of the broadcast today is Why Learning a New Habit in Your 40s Will Make You More Confident. Okay, so a lot of times we all have things that we do or things that we want to do, things that we aspire to do, things that we've wanted to do and never got the chance to do it. And all of a sudden, when as we get older, we're like, oh my gosh, I want to explore something new. I just want to do something new, right? And sometimes these things are things that we want to do, and then other times these things just happen to fall upon our lap, right? So for example, I just recently started speed walking in July of 2021, and this was something that I did not set out to do. I did not set out to do this. I was with a fitness mastermind, Fitness Online University. Most of them are in Atlanta. They wanted to do a walk. I said, hey, look, I'll do it virtually. I did one walk and then I did another walk. And then from there, I got addicted to this new hobby of doing 5 and 10K races. Okay. And that's what it is for me, like walking. And even though I have a history of working out, I've had a history of working out for many, many years. This walking thing was something that was just totally new to me. Okay. So, a lot of times, and like I said, I fell in love with it. And it's something, like I said, that wasn't in my life plans, it wasn't in my life goals, but here we are to this day, right? So there are many of you that have dreams and aspirations that you want to do. And it's like you may be thinking, oh my gosh, am I too old? Or is it going to be too hard? Or what if things don't work out? No, we're going to get that thinking out. Okay. So, many of you that may know, I am known for jumping rope, right? And I have been jumping rope since a little kid. And as I got older, it became something that actually got developed in my adulthood. And, a lot of people always say, how did you start your jump rope business? And I'm like, hey, look, this is something that I never anticipated on happening. Like it just happened. And I just never anticipated. Of course, I was a little younger when it came back into my life as an adult, but I literally developed it and came really known for it as I became older, as I got like in my 30s. And sometimes I say to myself, like, why didn't I do all of this when I was in my 20s? But things always happen for a reason. Okay. I know there are a lot of famous people that started doing things as they got older and they're making a living out of it. They're inspiring and changing lives. I even have a friend, a personal friend that I know that just started playing the trombone. So he's a little older than me. He taught himself how to read the music. He's playing the trombone. He's practicing all the time. And this is something he learned in his 40s, something he wanted to do all his life. But it took until he got into his 40s in order to do it. And the same person I'm talking about has been skating for many years. And as he like got into his 40s, now he's being recognized through media and through doing shows and things like that, right? So it's never too late to do something that you want to do. And this is the reason why, like in my Jump to Burn classes, right, that I teach in New York City, I don't promote the class for weight loss, right? Because a lot of people come to the classes for different reasons. Some people come for the weight loss aspect. Some people come to socialize. Some people come for confidence. Some people come to get in a better mood. Some people come to learn a better skill. Some people just come for the community, right? And that's just what it's about and why I don't promote it for those reasons. Now, going back to the races, right? Y'all see, this is Medal Monday. So this is like my Medal Monday series. And this is actually the first medal that I actually ever received running or actually speed walking. I did this virtual race. Like I said, the rest of them in Atlanta. I'm here in New York. So this was my first ever medal. And of course, after this, I became addicted. So I always tell people I walk for the picture and the finish line picture and the medals. But of course, there's much more to it. So sometimes I'm walking for a cause. Like if you see here, I have the Break the Mental Health Stigma. I have diabetes awareness. I have positive vibes. So like I have suicide awareness. So if I'm participating in a race, hey Kurt, hey everybody that's there, if I'm participating in a race, right, it's for fun, right, for fitness and for a cause, as you see. So let me tell you some reasons why learning something in your 40s make you more of a confident person. Number one, it's a creative outlet that helps you express yourself in your own way. It's a creative outlet that helps you express yourself in your own way. Now, when you're in your 40s and beyond, you have gone through some things in life, right? Some experiences, you have some knowledge, you have some set skills that once you put your mind to do something, you're going to have your own spin on it based on everything else that you have learned beforehand, right? Of course, there's some technical things that you may have to learn, but because of life experiences and knowledge and skills and things like that, you are going to end up putting your own spin on it. Number two, it helps you stay healthy mentally and physically. So when you're learning something or doing something that you never did before, you're going to have, there's some things that you're just going to have to learn. So like my friend that took up learning the trombone, he did not know how to read music. So guess what? He had to learn how to read music. He had to learn like where the different keys are to make the different noises. As far as like me, when it came to like the races and the running, I had to find out what kind of stride to do now, what stretches to do to make me more effective, what music am I going to use to be able to walk to certain paces. How many times do I have to do this a week to be effective and not hurt myself when race day come? How to fuel myself? What should I eat? What should I drink? All of these different things that I now had to put into place in order for me to like go into this new habit, right? So physically just pushing myself to get out there and do the work, pushing myself to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, to get outside for 5 o'clock or whatever the case may be. I have to put in some kind of work. Okay. Number three, it gives you something to look forward to, right? So a lot of times, especially when you're over 40, your life comes and you have this like pattern. So a lot of times some people neglect themselves because of all of the responsibilities of life. So some of you may be spouses, some of you may be parents, some of you may have businesses, some of you may have school, and it's just so much that you're doing, and you're being so many different things to so many different people that you may lose track of yourself, and you have nothing in your life to make you excited. Like a lot of times you may not go out with your friends as much as you did when your responsibilities were different. So having this new hobby, it gives you something to look forward to, right? I don't even know the number I'm on. Number four, you meet other people who share the same interests, which could lead to friendships, partnerships, businesses, relationships, whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people even within the fitness world. But when I got into running or walking, my eyes were open to so many new people, like people that I've known for years, because now we share this common ground. It has made our relationships closer. I have met some amazing people through walking. I met, a local politician, a grassroots politician that is going for office in Brooklyn, New York. And I've just met so many other people, especially in the African American community, that I would have never really met had it not been for this new thing that I'm in. So because we have this common ground, it just gives me something with them. And I'm just so appreciative of it. And because I just started this in July 2020 and 2021, I know that this year I'm going to have collaborations. I'm going to have partnerships. There's going to be so many things that come out of my relationships with the people that I'm meeting in this new hobby that I have taken on. Okay. Next thing, it brings joy into your life, right? So when you're doing something new that you've never done before, it's like something new awakens in you, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like my friend, he wasn't able to play the trombone, right? But as he started getting better, it just makes him happy. When I'm doing these races, even though it's hard work, right? It just gives me joy. Like I look forward to getting up on a Saturday morning and just going to do a race. Or I look forward to crossing the finish line with my finish line poses. I look forward to receiving a medal. Like I actually look forward, not to say that I didn't look forward to life before, but it just gives me like a renewed sense of purpose in my life, right? Another thing, it helps you feel more confident about yourself and boost your self-esteem, right? So I teach, for those of you that know, I teach jump to burn classes. They're jump rope classes. And the classes are really open for any adult that want to come. And I've had students as young as like teenager to, I think my current oldest student is 65, but I've had someone up to 70 years old come to my class, right? And everybody can enjoy the class. So it's so funny, like, and the reason what inspired this video is today is in my classes, we do a freestyle at the end of class. And one of my students this past weekend, she just like everything that I stand for when it comes to jump rope, there's like a certain methodology that I have, and everything that I stand for and the concept of how I teach, she just nailed it at the end. Like I didn't tell her what to do. She went in with the energy. She felt it. She did something she never did before. And the way I celebrated her was just like amazing, right? Because it's like she's 50 years old, and this is something she was not doing when she was 30 years old or 40 years old. Like she came across my classes in her late 50s, but she was not doing half the thing that she was doing with the jump rope until she came to the class, and you can just see it all over her face. She's happy. She's confident. I'm sure her esteem is just like, oh my God, because when you could do something that you never did before and you could like show the world, you just like, yeah, I'm bad. Hey, let me get it. Don't stop. Hey, right? So that's just how it is. It brings you joy. Next, hobbies help you manage stress. When you are looking forward to something, or when you're feeling good about something that you're doing that you never did before, your stress level starts to decrease, because it's just like, you do have stress. Stress is a part of life, right? Everybody, we got to deal with our stress. But because you're looking forward to this hobby that you're in now, like it's like you don't even like think about what's going on. So whatever's going on at home, or whatever's going on at school, or whatever's going on wherever, you feel good about yourself now because of this new hobby that you have picked up, because you know that at some point in the day you're going to partake in this thing, and because you're learning and you're growing, you're going to feel happy that it's going to surpass whatever those sad feelings are, or at least temporarily take you away from those things that you're going through, right? Also, you explore different interests with a different mind. Let me tell you something. Racing, running, walking, doing whatever, everything that I have to do to get these medals, it was never in my life plan. It was never in my life story. Yes, I work out. Yes. Yes, I jump rope. Yes. Yes, I have friends that do these races. And I said to myself, I would never in my life do that. Right. But guess what I'm doing? I'm doing it. So I had to open up my mind and see something different. So now, and even though I don't run or I don't jog the races, I speed walk. I found my own way to do something that I said I would never do. And as a result, I enjoy it, right? So that's what comes with bringing your life's experience and everything that you have going on for you to do that. All right. Next thing, you set goals and work towards them, right? So basically, when you start a new habit after 40, it's not something that you start one day and then you just nail it the next. So when I did my first like 10K race, even though it was virtual, it was like one of the worst experiences in my life. It's like I went to teach my jump rope class in the morning. When I teach my jump rope classes, I usually don't eat, right? I just drink maybe some water or some electrolytes or whatever, and then I go about my business. And this was July 4th, which was hot. And after class, which was taught at 10 o'clock, I didn't know if I was actually going to go on this walk or not. So anyway, by the time I got back to Brooklyn, it was like 4 o'clock. I was like, I'm going to do this race. I was hungry. I went to GNC, got me a protein shake, and I got me a gallon of water. And then I went to the park and I walked around in that hot sun for 2 hours straight. And when I tell you that was one of the worst experiences of my life, it was the worst experience because I just didn't know what to expect. I was dehydrated. I was cramped up. I was in pain for a couple of days. Like it was just the worst experience, right? But after speaking to a couple of friends, they gave me some advice. And guess where I was the following Sunday, the following week? I was at Coney Island Beach doing a 10K. Okay. And during that one, I experienced blisters and I experienced like how it feels to be alone at a race and not really have anybody there for you to cheer you on and things like that. And these are the growing pains that you have to go through when doing a hobby. But guess what? I learned a lot of things from these experiences. So I learned what kind of socks to wear, what kind of socks not to wear, how to walk so I won't get blisters, what to wear. I learned how to drink to manage the cramping. I learned that how to fuel my body before I start the race. I learned it's just so many things that you learn when you're engaging in this new hobby, right? And it's like it just gives you when you wake up in the morning, like, okay, these are the steps now that I'm going to go do towards these goals that I have, right? So it just gives you something to look forward to. And the last thing that I have is that it gives you a renewed sense of being, right? So we like I said, we live our lives. We have our numerous responsibilities, and we are so many different things to different people. We are a spouse to our spouse. We're a parent to our kids. We're a student to our teachers. We're a employee to our employer. We are the CEO to your business. It's just so many different things that we are and roles that we play that sometimes we just totally forget about ourselves, and we forget that we are truly indeed people. So when you learn a hobby, a new skill, it just brings you back to life, right? And whatever it is that died within you, like you just kind of come back alive because it's like something you just look forward to every day, even if it's hard work. Like with this racing, like, yes, these are glamorous, and I love showing up at race day and taking my race day photos and doing things like that. But do I enjoy getting up at 4:45 in the morning to get outside for 5 o'clock to go do a walk? No, I don't look forward to it. Do I look forward to my hamstrings hurting after I take a walk? No, I don't look forward to it. Do I look forward to walking really fast to do that 15-minute mile? No, I don't look forward to it. But guess what? This is what's going to make me happy. And these are the things that are just going to make me feel good, doing this new hobby that I enjoy. So if you're over 40 or whatever age you are in your life, find a hobby, right? And just start it because you're going to start to feel so much better about yourself. And if you're just coming in, I'll tell you all the reasons why learning a new hobby in your 40s make you a confident person. I'll review that for you. And if you're still here watching, please tell me, like, what new hobby have you started, or what new hobby are you thinking about starting, whether you are watching the live or the replay. Just let me know. So here are reasons why learning a new hobby or doing something new makes you a more confident person in your 40s. Number one, it's a creative outlet that helps you express yourself in your own way. Number two, it helps you stay mentally and physically healthy. Number three, it gives you something to look forward to. Number four, you meet other people who share the same interests, which could lead to friendships, partnerships, businesses, etc. Number five, it brings joy into your life. Number six, you feel more confident about yourself and it boosts your self-esteem. Seven, hobbies help you manage stress. Eight, you explore different interests with an open mind. Nine, you set goals and work towards them. And number 10, you get a renewed sense of being. So I definitely hope that you took something from this live today. Once again, if you haven't shared this out, feel free to share it out. And just whatever it is that you want to do that you've put on the back burner, go for it. Okay. Even if you think people are going to look at you weird, you know that even with jumping rope, like it was just something that I did as a little kid, and as an adult, I just maintained it. And people talk about me because of my size or because I may not do certain tricks and things like that. But guess what? My skill and my confidence has taken me many places that I have never in my life dreamed of going. Never in my life dreamed of going. So you want to sit there and you want to do the things in spite of all the odds. And even with this racing, which I just started July 2021, I know it's going to take me I know it's going to take me different places. Like even if it takes me traveling to different states to go race and different things like that, and I know it's going to take me places, but of course all things take time. So whatever it is that you want to do, no matter how old you are, just get started. Just get started, right? Because you just never know. And like I said, you will meet people along the way that will help you get to where you need to go, right? And form these relationships that will help you get to that next level and all that you want to do. So I really truly hope that, and even Bella that just commented, yes, like she just recently did her first ever 5K a couple of weeks ago, right? And it made her feel good. Like I watched her through the journey. She had to go out there. Excuse me. She had to go out there. She had to put in the work. She had to practice. Sorry. She had to do all the things. She had to prep. She like met new people. And then she actually did her first race and she felt good about it. And guess what? She's gonna do her second race this weekend. I wish I was there to meet you, girl. But like she's gonna do this, and I love you too. And I know that this is something that she's gonna continue to do because she's aiming for something bigger. So and I know that your confidence just feel good when you cross that finish line. You was like, oh my gosh, all of this work that I did, it was all worth it, right? And it makes you temporarily forget. It's kind of like a mother that gives birth to a child. Like when you're pregnant or like when you're in that birthing phase, the labor, the C-section, whatever it is, however you gave birth to your child, like it's so painful. But when that child come out, you kind of forget about all that you just went through, bringing this child into the world, right? Because this person now brings you so much joy and life and confidence and everything. So it's the same thing when you get a new hobby. So that's all I have for you today. As far as anything after, if you are interested in learning how to jump rope, feel free feel free to join my 5-day challenge. You can text challenge to 718-504-2192. Challenge to 718-504-2192. Also, I do like a lot of races, both virtually and in person. So if you're interested in knowing what races I'm doing or that I'm signed up for and things like that, feel free to text RACE, RACE, to 718-504-2192, 718-504-2192. And last thing is, if you just want to stay on my text list, right? Because I don't own social media. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of them could one day just say, you know what, we're shutting your account down. So if you want to stay in contact with me outside of social media, feel free to just text me, say hey or something like that to 718-504-2192. I would like to keep in contact with each and every one of you. And most times that's where I kind of do announcements of things, because a lot of people don't scroll social media all day, but you will get a text message in 2.5 seconds, right? So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to share this out, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Oh, let me end it with this. That's my cover photo.